Hello everyone, this is Ali at 11th House Wales and welcome to a weekly appointment. So today I have a practice for you to deal with fear of failure and fear of rejection. And this practice has been inspired, the choice for today has been inspired by a recent happy event in my life, which is I got a new job. I'm really excited about it. It's not a full-time job to replace what I do. It's just a job, an extra job to complement what I already do in the field of mental health and well-being. Now, I'm really excited about it. I'm incredibly happy. It's a teaching job, and as a former teacher, I still have a passion for teaching. So really exciting for me. However, I very nearly didn't go for that job. Not because I didn't want it. When I saw it advertised, I really wanted it. It sounded really good. But I kept thinking, oh, there's bound to be more experienced people than me. I'm not going to go through to the interview stage. There's bound to be lots of people with better teaching qualifications. Now, my teaching qualification is to teach adults, which in hindsight is perfect because I am going to be teaching adults, but that was the thought process going through my mind. So I thought today, right, let's do something about this fear of failure and rejection, because it is something that, we might be confident people, but at some point in our lives, it might crop up for a lot of us. So what I'd like you to do is, before we start, bring to mind an area in your life where you experience this fear of either failing or being rejected, or both, because they often go together as well. And once you have put your finger on that area in your life that you want to work with, I'd like you to, if you want, you can close your eyes, but just take a few breaths and just focus on your breathing. So we are grounding ourselves. We're coming back to ourselves. Just put your attention on the air going in and out. You might be aware of that movement of air around your nostrils. You might be aware of this gentle movement of your body as well, going with the breath. Your rib cage expanding, relaxing. Your belly rising and falling. Now I'd like you to again bring to mind that area in your life where you are afraid. You're afraid of sticking your neck out because you might fail or you might be rejected. And I'd like you to, first of all, just gently probe your mind to see whether you might be aware of where this fear comes from. Whether it is something that someone said to you, or whether it is maybe something that comes from past experience. Case of once bitten, twice shy. And don't worry if there is no answer, if there is no explanation there, that is perfectly fine. It's not as important as what we are going to do next. So what I'd like you to do now is imagine if you were to actually stick your neck out, if you were to go for that risk on your mind. What would failure look like? If you were to fail, if you were to be rejected, what would that experience be like? Just picture what you would see, what you would hear in that event in case of failure or rejection. And what would you feel? What would you feel in your body as well? So just take a minute now to explore that potential scenario. Okay, and what we are going to do now is we're going to imagine this other path, this other option that you have of not sticking your neck out and not taking that risk and just doing without, just staying on your current path. And I'd like you to, again, picture, imagine, sense what it would be like. Specifically, sense into what failure on your current path would be like, what rejection on your current path would be like. And this might be on a longer term. Again, what would you see? What would you hear? What would you feel? So if you didn't take that particular risk, what other failures are there? What are the potential pitfalls, potentials for rejection are there? And now that you have taken some time to explore both potential scenarios, the risk of staying put and the risk of going for whatever it is that you want to go for. Now you have a side-by-side comparison and you can make a more informed choice. So just explore within yourself what it feels like, which path feels preferable to you. Which is both an intellectual exercise and a felt exercise at the same time. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and at this point, you might need to do this again. You might need to give yourself more time to feel into the two options and explore the two options. But at this time, you would have this side-by-side comparison, and there's nothing to say that taking a risk is a better option than staying put. You might decide that actually that risk is not worth it for you, is not meaningful to you, is not the right thing for you, at least at this time. You might decide that it is wiser to stay put, at least for the time being. But it is very useful to have this comparison, because very often it boils down to comparing short-term discomfort with long-term discomfort, because there is a discomfort inherent in staying put on your course of action as well. So which one is more comfortable? Which one is more uncomfortable? So I really, really hope that you found this useful, and I will see you again next week. Same place, same time. Until then, stay safe. Have a lovely week. Bye from me. Bye-bye.